Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Bob from Gil Skillz here for another exciting episode of Tearing Stuff Apart. Today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we will be tearing apart and finding out what this little car amplifier looks like on the inside. So, stay tuned for this exciting episode of Gil Skillz. For those of you that have been around for a while, you certainly know what to do. But for those of you that are new to the channel, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It means the world to my channel, it means the world to me, and it means the world to the YouTube algorithm. Tickles its fancy and make sure that it knows that Gil Skillz is out there and you enjoy it and you would like to continue watching. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and get our tools of choice out here, which are a couple of Allen wrenches and the screwdriver here. And of course, we are going to need one of these for the screws to see if it reaches crap ton of screw status. Yo-yos! So I'm going to put that right over here for now. Good. You can see it. It's within screen. Perfect. Near. All right, so let's take a look at this thing real quick here. Let me go ahead and pull it in. There's really nothing here. I can tell already there's going to be this really sweet extruded aluminum. We got some screws on the back side. We've got some screws on both sides here. And I would imagine we're probably going to want to get started in getting those screws out of there. So let's do this thing, shall we? You know what I'm noticing right up front? These are all stainless screws, which is pretty interesting. I wonder if all of them are stainless. But we got more here, and we got two on each side here. So let me go ahead and get those. This comes off. Yeah, so far so good. These are all stainless, which is pretty darn neat. Now this feels metallic as well. There's a little plastic insert that comes out here. That's plastic. There's nothing there. This here is cast aluminum. Pretty sweet. So I'll set that aside. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, these are adjuster screws, so they could probably stay there. We got these two screws here. You've got several screws here and there. And we got screws on the bottom here. So let me go ahead and get those out for you. Every single one of these puppies are stainless so far. Not a one of them is sticking. That's pretty cool, actually. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I do like to hold on to some of my hardware. So like stainless steel screws and whatnot. I have my fill of them. What do we got here? It's like a little plate. So interesting. So we got a little plate here. I believe this is going to be ferrous. Let me check that here real quick. Oh yeah, so that's ferrous. So I'll put that right there. It opens it up to some pretty interesting looking stuff on the inside there. I don't know if you can see that very well or not, but we're going to go ahead and continue. Hopefully you can see it well. So let's go ahead and get the other side done now. We got quite a few screws on the inside here. So yeah, I'll have some stainless steel screws out of this deal. You'll have to let me know too, how much is stainless steel in your area? What are your scrap yards giving you for stainless steel at present? Mine, I think it's like right around 25 cents per pound. We got some more cast aluminum here. I'll put that right here with the other cast aluminum. We've got a couple more screws over here holding this panel in place. All stainless so far. Oh, I missed a screw. Ha! Got some plastic, missed a screw, and then we'll get that panel out. Perfect. Should fall right out of there. So we got some more ferrous. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, there's some interesting little goodies in here. I cannot wait to open this up. So with that done, with the both sides opened up, I should be able to slide this right out of here. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. So what we got here? Is this aluminum? I'm gonna say it is. This is aluminum and not stainless steel. We got like a little like mini board and some wire here. Just take that wire off and set that aside over there. I'll get that later. So we got an aluminum piece right here, which is awesome. Now look at that. Holy guacamole. That looks really good. There's a decent amount of copper here, decent amount of copper here. I love these little donuts because I take them all off and I extract the copper out of them. It's just something to do in my spare time. So we've got some, it looks like we got some gold connectors here, or these are brass perhaps. So I definitely want to get those. Let's go ahead and continue dismantling, shall we? And we got plastic. I'm going to try to take as much of the plastic off the boards themselves because I do actually bring these to like board sort and stuff like that. These appear to be like gold pins and whatnot. I can't imagine this would be much more than, say, a low-grade board. There could be some silver contacts in here, but I'm not 100% sure. For those of you that are a little more experienced than I, feel free to let me know in the comments below what you think of a board like this. Right, that's interesting. That looks like some pretty hefty aluminum there. I do see a couple of bolts here holding it in place. You can kind of see it, see that? And then there's one down here too. Okay, those are ferrous. Ferrous. I'm going to take those bolts out and see if that's what's keeping it. No, it's not. The bolts are a part of the board. I can tell right here. It's just being extremely stubborn. It's not wanting to come out. Maybe there's some glue toward the center of it or something. There's these little clamps kind of holding it in place on the rails on the inside. I'm going to try to pry those out. That's what we call magnetic brass, man. It's like barely magnetic kind of thing. So brass, otherwise, I don't know. You tell me. Let's see if I can get those out. I'm going to tap on this puppy. Okay, all right. Whoa! That's one clamp. Those clamps are magnetic. Okay, so those clamps are going to come out one bit at a time. So I'm just going to have to do a little Adam Sandler here and do a little tap, tap, tappy. Woo! Okay, we got a lot of clamps. All of them puppies are magnetic, so I'm going to set them over there for now. What do we got here? That is not magnetic. So I wonder if this is brass or, I don't know. None of it is. Okay, well, I'll mess with that in just a second. What do we got here? We got some cleaning up to do on the inside. Looks like there's a plastic piece here that peels off, but maybe not. I don't know. At this point, there we go. So we get that off. We got a real nice chunky monkey piece of extruded aluminum. That's heavy. That's very heavy. I'll take it. I'm gonna put it over here for now. All right, good. We got some bolts, and those might be brass bolts there. We've got a couple of screws on this side, so I'm gonna go ahead and take those off. Jeez, not a one has been magnetic so far. This is crazy, crazy good. Oh God, it's that freaking dielectric stuff. Let's get that off there. Yeah, let's just smear it all over the place, Bob. All right. Now, if I am not mistaken, okay? Jeez, I am really hurting now. Let's take a look at this, guys. Tell me if you think this is extruded. I think it's extruded. What are your thoughts? Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to try to get these little brass pieces out of here, if they are brass pieces, but we will see. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Let's see how this is going to work. Ah, okay. So let's do the ferrous test. Okay, so that one's ferrous for sure. I'll put that in there. And this here is barely, it's barely, but there is just a tiny bit. But bear in mind, guys, these are neodymium magnets. So, I mean, they're extremely powerful. I'm going to count it as brass. I'm not sure what you would count it on, count it for. But I did want to tell you also that I've identified these bits here as aluminum. I did a scrape test here just to see if there was like a spark or anything, if it was stainless steel. This does appear to be aluminum, as does these little Allen screws that go in there. So what I'm going to do at a later time is I'm just going to take off the plastic sheath here and put that into my generalized aluminum bin. Same with this piece right here, because at some point I'm going to end up taking this off the board, along with all of the copper donuts, and got some really thick copper right there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping you can see that, but that's really thick, chunky monkey stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, this is the breakdown of the car amp that we just took apart and disassembled, and we are ultimately going to recycle. And here is what we ended up getting. Yes. So we've got some stainless steel screws. In fact, most, if not all, of the screws themselves are stainless steel. However, there were two nuts that were not stainless steel out of all that. So very impressive. We've got some ferrous clips and clamps, along with a couple of fascias that we took off the amplifier, so we're good there. We ended up getting a little bit of brass on this deal here, which is pretty sweet, so we got that. We got some wire here. Now, this isn't number 2 wire because it's too small, but that could be classified as like computer wire or whatnot, which in this area is about $1 a pound. We've got some aluminum here. So this here is actually aluminum. Like I said, I did a scrape test there to make sure there was no spark, to see if it was either brass or stainless steel. And it turned out to be just plain old aluminum. So speaking of aluminum, we'll keep going on that. And we've got some cast here on both sides. We've got some sheet here, or let me know what you think here, because some might actually classify this as extruded, because it does have some bent edges around the end here. And I apologize for shaking. I don't know. I think that could go in as sheet, it could go in as regular aluminum, or it could go in as extruded. Let me know what you think. I really want to know what you think. And then what I think is extruded is right here. So we've got some chunky monkey extruded aluminum here. I got to clean up a little bit on the inside to make it look all good from my scrapyard, but other than that, got a decent amount of aluminum out of the deal. Some of the prize here would actually be the board itself. Now, we got a couple of little tiny boards here, probably low grade or whatnot, very little in value. But this here, I'm kind of curious what you guys think this is. I don't think it's a telecom board. It could be a peripheral, or a high grade or a low grade peripheral. I really don't know, to be sure, but it did come from a car amp. So let me know what you guys think. I think it's one of those peripherals, but you let me know. Got some really nice copper donuts here, as you can see, that I'm going to pull out of there. There's a lot of nice little tidbits in here that I'm going to go through. We got some more aluminum that I'm going to take out. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. So if you like what you've seen here, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And until the next time, have a scrap happy day.